Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put us at the same volume so I don't want to be too loud though. Ah, okay. So let me check. I feel like such a MC over here. Okay. Yeah, I can hear us. Okay. Yay! So we're live.
Hi. Okay, so let's start over.
Hey y'all,
Hey, y'all. My name is Cass,
and I'm Bean.
and you're watching. Oh,
Dang, you can't see
you're
me.
listening to.
Oh yeah, you're actually
You're listening
listening
to
to.
or watching. Like, sheabutterbanter. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Episode 3?
Episode 3. Episode 2 is still in the works, y'all. Yeah, doing our best, man. Doing our best over here.
Doing our bestest.
J-
Um,
just enjoy
so
life.
that's just the way life goes.
Girl, I'm already
So
tired.
I'm tired of saying I'm tired, though. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it low-key annoys me, like, how much I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. It's like, oh, I don't want to be putting that on myself anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it ages you.
It does. It does. I feel like yeah, there is a lot of power. You can hear us talking. I feel like it ages you. But I agree. I feel like there is a lot of power in the tongue, so I'm trying to watch like how I talk about what I'm experiencing in my life, no matter how much I feel it. But I'm also trying not to hold too many things in. I'm still practicing how to um like properly emote, properly emote um my
What do you
feelings.
mean?
Cuz
Properly emote?
yeah, like that I think that means to like
Like, emote? Well, first, I want to ask the viewers whether, I just want you to reflect this week whether you think more about the past or the future.
Ooh, that's a
I want,
really good topic.
hmm I want you to
Um
think about why. I want you to think about whether it's healthy for you or not.
mhm.
And I want to implore you that, we're still young and we're on this journey.
Mhm.
Um, Me personally, I'm a future thinker. I think about the future all the time
Mhm.
because, like, the past is like, I really cannot change it. There's literally nothing I can do about it. But the future has so much possibility, but that also gives anxiety, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. I agree. I agree. I feel like I think a lot about my past. And I can admit that is actually not healthy. Because it has like I guess because my upbringing, the way I remember it, it was just as happy as it was sad and vice versa. And there were a lot of things that I feel like now as an adult I'm realizing that I went through and I had to mentally get myself through. And it has those like hard times and those moments have like informed a lot of the way I go about things now. Well, I think about my future as much as I think about the past, but it be feeling like because I've lived through the past and I haven't realized I'm living through my future, the past feels like so much more heavier, if that makes sense. And
Mm-hmm.
mentally, I guess it's because I try to use a lot of like my reflective practice to inform my progressive practice, but there are just there are things where it's kind of just like now I'm starting to realize like I want to constantly be excited for the future. And you know, in order to kind of like break through, I feel like in order to break through that habit, I just try my best to like wake up every day and be grateful.
It's two sides of a different coin, right? When me, I think about the future, I'm always anxious. I'm always anxious because I'm like, bro, like I want a penthouse, I want this or that, and I want to be able to inspire people. I want to be able to spread the gospel or whatever. So I'm like itching. I'm itching to get to the next spot.
Mhm.
So I feel like it doesn't make me grateful for where I am,
Mhm.
and it makes me miss the moment of where I am, and that's not good either. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like. I feel like it's more anxiety. Like I feel like people who think about the future is like anxiety. People who think about the past is like depression.
Yeah, but the real gift is like literally in the present, like for real. Cause
For
I
real.
don't. That's really all the only answer that we have, y'all. Like, the answer to anything is like just in front of you, and if you can't find it right then and there, you're just gonna have to. I don't want to say you have to wait for it, but you kind of just have to look forward to the moment where it does come for you, or just understand that like with time, like things do naturally they get resolved, whether it's in the way you wanted to or the way you don't. So that's just what it is, really, and that's kind of like what I'm learning, cause y'all, like literally life is so short. There it's so short, y'all, and you're gonna hit a point where you're gonna be living your life like you have a tomorrow, and you just won't. You just won't. You just won't. You'll do things because it's like, okay, I could just do this one fucked up thing, and it's like I got tomorrow to recover, and it's like sometimes you just won't, and
Exactly.
that's just what life is. But it's the same thing where it's like I could just do this one good thing and then like be mad about it tomorrow, and it's like you just can't be. So, but if I've learned anything from life, like I just know I do not want to like go out just being mad or giving too much energy to things that literally do not matter. Um, and really just appreciating my life. And I pray to God that I'm old. I really want to be old one day. Like I'm not, like I'm not joking. Like I want to be an old person so bad.
I'm always making fun of old bitches, but I want to be old. I do.
I want to be old like them. Like I love, like I swear my favorite people are the people who are like fly and old, like just fly and old, like cuz at that point they really don't care. Like you have done
Exactly.
everything in life. You have literally given in life your best and your all, and it's just like you're at that point in your life where I feel like when you get older, and I want to be the type of you're able to just accept the things as they come, because you're just like, this doesn't matter. Like this literally doesn't matter. I've been high, I've been low, and I've gotten through. I want to be old.
Like I feel like I have such an extensive life that people think I've told them everything, but I still haven't.
I still haven't. Yeah, yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
There's like when
Like I don't even know the half of it.
yeah, I could tell you the half of it, and you still wouldn't believe it.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, you just wouldn't. You just wouldn't understand.
And
So
like it's so weird meeting people who have that cookie cutter life. It's like,
they
how did you
really,
get here?
yeah. How did?
But I don't know if you'll understand me
Yeah, I
from
don't know if you'll understand. Like I've been with people where it's like they don't know how to get out of a party. They don't know the whole thing of like, you know how when you walk into a party, you trying to figure out what exits are there and what exits are not. That makes sense. Like that's like the first thing I do when I walk into a function, and I know exactly what exit I'm gonna go to if something comes like pops off. I've been places with people where people don't think about that.
I see what you mean, but I don't want to just limit myself to that because what if I find somebody who did have, like
A cookie
the
cutter.
traditional like happy life and they're able to teach me some things that I may not know. But I just find that maybe the people I hang around with like they just are more self-centered, right? So it's
Mm,
like it's not really we're not
mm,
really learning from each other and then you don't really understand where I'm coming from,
right.
right? People like people who are like them. Why? Because you only like the people that like
Oh, I get what
you
you're
or
saying.
that that you could see yourself in. But I
Yeah.
don't want to be like that anymore. I want to be just like
Open
open
minded.
to any love that I can receive, right? Where I don't have to compromise my boundaries to be around you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like that all comes with time though, like or
Yeah.
just with discernment in time for real. Cause I feel the same way. Like I want to be very open minded about the people that I'm around, but again, like I'm gonna just say like there is duality in having people that you're around and also being selective of the people you come around, because again it's really all about the content of your character, y'all. Like all the material stuff, you can have all the material stuff, you could be friends with people because of what you think they have and what you feel like they can give you. But again, it is always going to come down to the content of your character. When people are deciding and when you are deciding who you're around, and vice versa. Like that's really it, and how people operate around you and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's all it comes down to. Be cognizant of the company that you keep.
Exactly. And I don't wanna solely be around somebody just because we have a trauma bond together.
Right.
You know, it should be more than that. We should be able to uplift each other and be like actually life compatible
Mhm.
instead of just wallowing in pity together.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's
sometimes,
not good either. You know what I'm saying? It's a
yeah,
balance.
it is about balance. It is about balance, and it's about like, how can I say? It's about balance, and most of all, it is about compatibility, girl. Cause I feel like people think that just because there is balance in a relationship, they'll kind of like keep it around like, oh, like they're like fire, I'm like ice and stuff like that, and that can work. But at the same time, the ice can put out that fire. And the fire can still melt that ice, girl. Just because y'all fire and ice do not mean y'all.
Doesn't mean you're actually compatible. That doesn't mean you're
Exactly.
the same level of fire and ice,
Exactly.
where you
Exactly.
can negate each other and have that equal push and pull.
Mhm. Mhm. That is so important. And again, that is kind of like, that's just one of the many lessons of life, and what you're like, one of the things that I'm learning is that relationships come and go, and sometimes the stage of a relationship will come and go. Like sometimes you could be really good with somebody, but y'all can only be really good every 3 months. Like y'all don't gotta talk to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, well, I'm not saying that relationships are like best when you spend a long time apart, but um, sometimes it can get very oversaturated when you are kind of like codependent on a person like every day. Sometimes your relationship is only gonna work when you guys like catch up, if that makes sense, or when y'all hang out like every so often. And then you're gonna have those relationships where they work out when y'all are hanging out all the time and talking all the time. But sometimes it's not gonna be all like that. And the same with the former
Mm-hmm.
explanation or analogy I was saying. So
Another thing I do want to say, like especially regarding female friendships, is like a lot of females who are looking for friendships are very selfish. It's more of like I want a pretty friend instead of how can I be
the pretty
the
friend.
nice friend to somebody else. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
uplift each other. Like, cause I had downloaded Bumble for friends because I moved to Canada and it was summertime. I didn't know anybody in the city, and I was just like, let me just see who's on here.
Mhm.
So a lot of the girls they would like my profile, and then I'd be like, hey girl, how are you? And then they're like, oh, follow me on Instagram. I followed them, and then that's it. I'm like, okay, so you just wanted a fan, or like, you know what I mean? Like, don't like, come on, bro,
Mhm.
come on, bro. Like after that, now what? And then like say I'll meet them in person, and they see that I'm very lively and very confident and this and that, and I would just have this feeling of like they just want me to do all of the
Mhm.
work, right? Like they want
Mhm.
me to be the one inviting them places and this and
Mhm.
that and
Mhm.
driving to them too. I'm like,
Mhm.
girl, like I'm not gonna be driving to you every time, or like,
Yeah, like it takes
if
balance.
you
It
do
takes.
but you know what I mean. But then they wouldn't offer. I'm like, okay, so I'm not talking to you ever again because I don't have to say, hey, girl, like I drove the last 3 times. Can you drive this time? No, that's something you should offer. And
Yeah.
if you don't, then I'm inclined to believe that that's not who you are. And there's no point in telling you because as soon as I tell you now, it's, oh no, I didn't mean that. Yes, you did. That's who you are. You know what I mean? That's another thing. When you guys see the red flag, sometimes you don't tell the red flag that you saw the red flag.
Sometimes you just gotta walk out the amusement park.
Like, because now they're gonna
Just be
try and
like,
get you. They gonna try to paint that flag green, like.
Yeah, where they yeah. I always say once you see six red flags, it's that's when you decide to stay in the amusement park and enjoy the ride, or to just leave and go home for the day. So
But I feel like being around temporary people, even if like you think that I'm not gonna hang out with them for long and this and that, like that doesn't mean I want you around anyway. Like fake people are dangerous, y'all.
they are. They are. I think, of course you can definitely have I feel like everybody has those moments when they're kind of just like coming to that understanding that they're just like kind of growing apart from their crowd or from their friend group or from somebody that they're in a like friends with. Um but that is very normal. However, I think what people need to understand is that they need to be understanding of that other person as well, if that makes sense. Just like um coming out of a place of just like it's just not working. Like it's just not compatible. It's not that you're a bad person or I'm a better person or it's just not working. I just don't feel good around you. Like point blank period. I've been around people where I'm just like, bro, I just don't want to be around you because you make me feel like shit, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know
Exactly. It
what it
doesn't even
is.
have to be a whole beef or nothing. It's just
It's
like,
just
bro,
like
my energy is
energy is
not
just not
meshing with you.
meshing, and I think what another a lot of people have to realize is that sometimes people are allowed to feel that way about them as well. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, bro. You're
Exactly.
really not gonna be. Like people are just gonna be like, I don't want to be around you because they simply feel like I've watched with my own two eyes somebody call another person negative and just be like, I don't like to be around you. And it wasn't because of anything they did. They were just like, I don't know what it is, but I just don't want to be around you. Period. And it was like, okay,
And it's
okay.
like fine. It's like
It's like, all right, why?
for me that
Okay.
wouldn't bother me. I don't want nobody who don't want to be around me around me.
Like, bye. Like, but I've learned that with time, sometimes you don't even have to say it. You just have to remove yourself. Like, believe in your power to remove yourself from any situation that you don't want to be in, y'all. I want.
Or ask for God to reveal to you who's supposed to be in your life.
Yeah, and then accept it. Again, accept it. Don't
Exactly.
force it. You
Except you
have to
don't fight
accept
against it. Be
it.
like, oh no, it's fine. Like
No.
oh, it's gonna be weird if I don't talk to them because they talk to my other friends or
Yeah.
this. No, you
Yeah.
cut.
What
You
I've
cut.
Again, what I've just realized, there's somebody come with time and with getting to know yourself. There's gonna be a lot more clarity on your path, but of course the direction is always going to be up to you, but you really have to let go of that. That's the trick. The trick, the illusion of life is that you're going to be given a vision of where you want to be, and you're going to be given a vision of where you feel like you're supposed to be, but you need to make sure you're detached from that. Like you can't don't be so caught up in the desire to be there thinking that that's going to be your end destination, because a lot of the things that we want to acquire in life, there's going to be another day that we would hope come after that, y'all. And then that's when we're going to have to figure out like what we're going to do once we get to where we want to go. Like so it's kind of just like, but at the same time you're never going to have any control over who you are and what happens at that point in your life, even though it is like there is an aspect of it where it's like if you do these things, this thing will happen, or if you work hard, you'll get all the material things that you want. But again, I've heard like so many times and watched in a lot of celebrity interviews where they're just like, I literally did all of that, got to my goals, and felt like shit. And you get what I'm saying? It's so, I don't know. I think like one of the tricks in life that I'm trying to learn is to kind of like detach myself from my goals and be like, that is just like a bucket list thing. Like it's just like something I want to do. Like I think of everything that I envision for my life as a bucket list thing. Just like, oh, okay, well I just did that, and now what's
Exactly,
yeah,
because God could have another plan for you, and
yeah,
you're so
exactly.
stuck and rigid in the one that you thought you're gonna have. Meanwhile,
Mhm.
the one God has for you is way better.
Mhm.
Like, but you have to be open to the possibility. And I think I had to deal with my perfectionism in that sense because I wouldn't want to start things because I'm feeling like, oh, it's not gonna be perfect. But it's like just do it, just start because that fear, you're making the fear above yourself, the fear above God, right? Because
Mhm.
if God said you could do anything, then why are you feeling like the possibilities aren't there for you? Anything possible if you alive.
Mhm.
It's breath in my lungs. It's breath in my lungs. Who knows what could happen to me tomorrow?
Mm.
But anything worth having is not easy.
Mhm.
Nobody has all the resources. It's never gonna be a perfect time. It's never gonna be 100%.
Mhm.
But everybody acts like they got it 100%. So that's what I think deters a lot of people.
You have to. I think the virtue is just like being patient with yourself for real. Being patient with yourself and just knowing like there's always gonna. If you want another day, you're gonna get another day, girl. You really are. You're gonna get
It's
another
always
chance.
another day.
It's always another day, and it's up to you on how you wanna spend them. Unfortunately, we only have 24 hours. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I wish there was more. Can we add like a cool like 27, maybe?
I'm feeling like time is running out. I feel like that ages me too. Like
Right.
constantly thinking about time. Like,
Like I'm
bro,
tired of that shit.
like it's
I,
not even real. Like the whole daylight savings front and back. Like y'all just making shit up now.
at this point, y'all. At this point, y'all, like for real, like come on
Like,
now, like for
like
real.
daylight saving. They already saved. Like, what you mean the sun gonna come up already? It don't matter.
It's like offer what? Offer like 1 hour less or more of sleep. Like I don't know what even is
I only like it when
time.
I get more sleep. I don't be liking it when it go the other way. I only like it when it's in my favor. Right?
Like
Other
yo,
than
like
that,
and then
daylight
on top of
saving.
that, we be counting it. Like it's unfortunate because the sun does naturally like go down later, earlier, whatever the
And
fuck.
forget that groundhog too. I'm beefing bad with that groundhog.
Didn't y'all say the groundhog said it was gonna be spring?
No, it said it was gonna be snow, and I
It
got
said it was gonna
10 inches of
be snow.
snow over here in Canada. Like,
Oh my
yo, it was
gosh.
crazy. I was like snow up to my knees.
I just feel like that groundhog never knows what the fuck is going on. Like, and we just subjected to what we already know.
Honestly, I feel bad for the groundhog. They should let it go. Like,
We're subject to the Matrix, but that's the not.
hmm?
We're subject
I
to.
never watched The Matrix. Oh my god, y'all gonna get on my.
I never
I
watched
never
it
watched The
either.
Matrix.
I never seen not a single Matrix.
You're the American one. You supposed to have been watched it.
Not I'm the American one, girl. I do not know. I seen I Am
Yeah, cause
Legend.
my mom, she only played Nigerian movies in the house, so I didn't watch a lot of American movies until I got to high school.
I know them plot lines was tea.
Them plot lines. One of the ladies was talking about she Beyonce. Yo, let me see if I can share my screen on this.
Sorry. Is it bad to have a type?
Is it bad to have a type?
Mm. I mean, I don't get
Honestly, yes,
tea. Why?
because it's some form of closed-mindedness. Me personally, I'm very open-minded, so no, I don't have a type. It's like to have a type is like it's a fantasy. It's not even real.
Mhm.
You're just trying to live out your fantasy in reality, and I think it skews your vision of people if you let it. Right? Obviously, like, oh, I like black guys, like, or whatever, like, you know.
I think that
But I think some of the, oh, it's just my type, like, rhetoric is just a little dangerous. It's more
mm,
like I can mistreat you because I'm not attracted to you because you're not my type, and it's just my preference, and just shut up about it.
like you have a type for somebody who probably don't even like you, bro. I
You know
need
what I'm saying?
I
It's
need
just a fantasy you're trying to live out. It's not that you're actually looking for love.
again, it's really about the content of your character. Really. I don't know. I don't got no type.
It was literally
Consider
unavoidable.
I simply do this every night.
I
That's
used to have a
how
crush on Sway.
I had a crush on both of them too. I had a crush on what's his name, Slim Jim.
The other one?
I don't think
You
that's
had a crush on the
bad.
other one?
I did have a crush on the other one, Slim Jim. Yeah, I did.
This is comparable to having a crush on Prodigy. Like, it's like, why would you pick that nigga out of all? Like, come on now.
I also had a crush on Prodigy.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. I like that nigga.
Exactly. Exactly.
He gave boss vibes. He gave boss
he
vibes. But
gave
obviously,
he
he was not the
gave
cutest. The
he
cutest was
gave
definitely
leader of the
Roswell.
pack, leader of the group. What you
Yeah,
mean?
he was the leader
What
though.
you
He was the
mean?
leader though.
And I like
For
Slim
sure.
Jimmy because he was just so like he seemed like he just go with the vibe. Like he just like, yeah, we're doing this now, so we're gonna make it. And there's something there like Ray Shrummer. I don't know why they picked the first and last name for one group, but I they picked a single man's first and last name for their 2-man group. Like that don't make no fucking who the fuck.
I thought it was one nigga when I first.
Exactly. Who the fuck is Ray
I'm like, who's Ray? Like,
and
okay.
who's Ray Shrimmer? Like I was expecting one nigga and it's two. It was like, oh,
And they brothers.
and they're brothers. They don't look like brothers though. They look like cousins.
They are.
Are they?
They're related. Maybe they not brothers.
I don't know. Guys, as a human race, we need to figure out better coping mechanisms. Like mass meditation day. That's what we need to have.
The Nickelodeon Worldwide Day of Play.
It didn't work. I went right to channel 56, babe. Fuck out of here. What the fuck I look like? Bye Nickelodeon. Hello Disney Channel.
It would have been more. It would have been more effective if, like, say rented out arenas like in some major cities and told the kids to come and
like
actually play, because it's like on TV. It's like, you're not about to force me to get up out my seat, nigga.
Yeah, like I'm not finna do that, bro. And if Disney
like,
Channel ain't work,
Cartoon Network, my boy, me and Flapjack finna.
and if all 3 channels is out, I'm right on Freeform, right on ABC Family. Please.
I'm watching Lifetime movies.
Fact. I'm right on TLC, right on Bravo. Thank you.
I'm watching My Strange Addictions. Bitches is eating beach. I wonder if those people on My Strange Addictions was actually real. I feel like some of them, obviously, but some of them, I don't know.
They did
like,
you
eat in your mattress, the mattress you lay on, you're just taking pieces of it, and then like it's an addiction, right? So it's like, how much mattresses can you buy? Ever since I became an adult, the furniture expensive. A rug could be $300.
And you eating it, and there's somebody out there
you're
just
eating out your money.
eating a carpet like it's a fruit roll up, bro. Telling you, dog.
Eating yourself out your resources. That's that gluttony for real. Not gonna lie. There's no reason why every time that you trying to feed your family, you have to take the biggest piece of chicken, bro. That's greedy, bro. I know I'm talking to somebody in here. Or you trying to get the crispiest piece of the chicken? Yeah. Yeah, I know your game. I know your game. I can see right through you, my boy.
No, I know your game.
Cause I used to be the same way. I'm like, oh my gosh. Cause I'm cooking, right, and then I'm eating it, and then I finish cooking, and I still take the biggest one. I'm like, let me stop being so selfish.
I don't know. I know I have a thing with sweets. I have a really bad sweet tooth.
I always been addicted to candy. My mom like, you gonna grow out of it. I never did.
Remember around Halloween time when we was hanging out and I kept taking the candy out the candy bowl? Like every time you turn around, I swear I had like
you're like, and then you just had hella Snickers in your hand. I'm like, okay, like,
and it was Starburst, bro. It was
eat me out of house and home. This is Bone. This is Basil. And this is
Brittle. She would name them all after food items.
What do you mean? His name is Bone because he a turkey.
Bone broth.
Duh.
Basil for basil.
Basil because it just match her, don't it?
It's cute though. I like it. Basil with an A. Basil with 2 A's. Basil.
That's cute. And then Brita, I named her after my Brita filter.
So all kitchen items.
That's that gluttony I was talking about. Like, that's one thing I've been convicted of, bro. Like, I swear. Like, especially being a cook, it's so easy to just be eating the good pieces before everybody else is. So, trying to work on that. Like, so
I
I'll just
hate
be
cooking
less
for
selfish.
myself, bro. When I be cooking myself fish, half the fish be gone by the time I sit
You
down.
know what I mean? I'm like, it's so good, it's so good. Like I'm spamming it. I'm like, oh,
Oh, my fault, my
food is.
fault, my fault.
What
Yeah.
are ways that we can live more in the present? I want to have like actual action plan instead of just saying
I
this
want
shit.
to work on meditating more, or at least doing more like meditative practices, like walking. But it's stuff I already do for real. Like I'm going for walks all the time.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
I would say definitely like gratitude, having more gratitude. Like it's it's an uphill battle. It's a muscle that you have to flex of just you know opposing the negative thoughts with positive ones. But once you start with one, like I think just start with one thought. Like instead of saying I'm tired, just be like I can't wait to rest. Like I'm so grateful I have a place to rest
yeah,
after this. You know
yeah.
what I mean? That kind of changes the
Mhm,
language and your mindset to the moment and
mhm,
being grateful that you have a bed, you know?
mhm,
So I think that was one thing that was big for me. Like the complaining does not help anything.
mhm, mhm. I mean, I
Criticism
agree.
does.
Yeah,
Criticism does. Complaining
constructive.
doesn't.
Yeah,
I think
more.
they're two different things. People are like, oh, why can't I complain? It's like, I mean, is it gonna? Are you gonna do something about it? Is it something constructive?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if that's just my undiagnosed autism, but I be wanting the solutions. I'm like, can we just get to the end? Like all of that, like, it's like okay, so now what? You don't like your life now? What?
Yeah,
Change it.
exactly.
There's nothing else to do unless you want to just wallow.
One thing I love to do when like my life gets too much, I love to cry.
To cry.
Yes, I just love to
Yeah.
cry. Like I hate when like I be knowing like it's like bearable for me to go through when it's like I try to cry and it just doesn't come out. Like I'm like, okay, so it's like you just need to breathe. Like if you can't cry about it, you have to at least just hit yourself with a I am okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
cuz sometimes I'll try to cry about stuff and I don't, but like there are some things where it's like I can't really control it. Like I'm just that like beat up right now where it's like the only thing I can like flush this out my body is if I just like weep and wallow and shed tears.
Mm-hmm.
And so I highly believe in that. Just like if you can't cry about it, at least just like breathe about it, like or do something that's gonna just center your breathing because that's really all you can control. I don't know. I want to practice gratitude and for me, I really want to continue creating like artwork and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
at least when it's just like I feel something, because it's like I've learned that it's really not healthy to hold all of your emotions in, even if you are the type of person where you don't like to really talk about it with other people. It is not good for you to continue holding those emotions inside. Like, you have to put them somewhere, babe. Like, people who hold their emotions in 100% of the time are actually terrifying to me. Because, I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
eventually it's just going to show up in a different way. And it's like, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for people, especially like creatives who are able to kind of like, like, I love rappers. Like, I like rappers because they're able to take the stuff that they probably don't even say to other people and go in the booth and just rap about it and say it. And it's like it's probably the most aggressive shit they could have ever said all day, but they didn't. They saved it for that moment right there just to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas there are some people out here who let it just manifest in weird and different ways. It's not good for you, girl. It
I'm
really.
trying to learn how not to think my emotions. I feel like
Mm.
a lot of times I'm like I don't like what that person did. Instead of me actually feeling angry, I'm overanalyzing every single action that I did or they did
Mhm.
in order to find the reason behind it. And then I'm like, okay, well now that I know the reason behind it, then it's over.
Mhm.
It's like no, I still felt. I still feel the hurt of it. I'm just trying to compartmentalize it
Right.
and, act like it doesn't exist just because I
Right.
felt like I answered the problem. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like it's not a math equation. You know what I mean? I think that was my
Right.
like scientific brain going off, like thinking it's a hypothesis to what do they do with the hypothesis?
To
Improve. Yeah.
yeah, to prove or something like that. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I feel like you can only intellectualize your emotions so much, girl. You can know all of the things about how your body is feeling, but yeah, you just never know,
Yeah, learning not to think it away, but actually sitting in it would
child.
definitely help.
Again, cry about it. I know that um, I'm trying to learn how to better process my anxiety. Because I think what tends to happen, well, at least what I tend to do is I wake up anxious, y'all. I sleep anxious. I go to sleep anxious. Probably the second I go to sleep is the most relaxed I ever am. Because I sweat in my sleep. And that's because I would believe it's because of mental health. Because I dream every night about the most wildest things. Literally, the other night I had a dream about big, thick ass spiders, y'all.
Oh
I'm
yeah, that should have stressed me out.
I'm not
no,
exactly. I've had dreams
no,
about.
I hate bugs. I hate bugs.
I've had dreams about
Oh, that would have ruined my whole week.
bro. I've had dreams about the most craziest things. Like a lot of them I can't remember, but it's like I will say my dreams are very very vivid. I still don't know why. I still think it is an underlying just mental health thing or just a psychological thing where it's I literally have anxiety. I don't want to put that out there if it's not real, but I really do think that's what it is because it's you're I just believe there's no other reason why my mind is that nervous. There are people who are literally going through worse shit who do not dream at all at night, and I'm like, dang, so my mind is just racing right now, just
Hmm?
an impending doom, just constantly. And I wake up I used to wake up. I remember when I was in college, it used to be really bad. Now it's okay now, but I used to wake up shaking. It used to be so bad. I used to wake up just shaking, just because I was so anxious about the day. You know how you shake your leg when you're sitting down. That was literally what I would be doing while I was laying down, just jolting my
Oh
body
yeah.
because
Mm.
I was just trying to help my mind wrap my mind around everything I had to do that day, all the stuff I had to get done, and that whole little I have to get up and do this, I have to get up and do this, and I have to do that, bro. That shit tears me to fucking pieces because I'm just I just want to get all of this done. I don't be eating throughout the day. Probably don't even drink water throughout the day because I'm so fixated on everything else. It's bad, child. It's so bad. And now it's not as bad, but I will say in recent weeks and times I still do it a little bit when I wake up in the morning and then I get on my phone.
It fluctuates, right?
Yeah.
It's transient. It's not a constant, but it's more so when the bad times do happen, to have the tools to be able to come out the other side. Because I'm the same way. It's I think my anxiety shows up in irritability. Like as soon as
Mhm.
someone I'll be racing, my mind will be racing all day. As soon as somebody says something to me, I'm like, no, I tell you. It's like whoa, 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 whoa.
What a
They didn't
killer.
know what you're thinking about. They didn't know that you already thought that they should have been, clean the dishes or, say like my little sister. I'm like, yeah, I'm to wash the dishes. Then I come home and the dishes not washed. But meanwhile, I already had a bad day from this, and the third. Then she comes up to me after school like, hey, Cassandra, can I show you my streaks? I'm like, can you show me those dishes? It's like, Cassandra, don't be doing that because she's just your little sister. She wanna,
She
connect
just
with you and
loves
then
you,
she's like,
girl. She just wants to show
but
you.
my overstimul you know what I mean. But
I
my
get what you're
anxiety
saying.
of looking at the dishes was boiling inside of me without me having a good outlet.
Yeah.
So it was just irritability. I realized that. Like I realized that It's anxiety. I thought maybe that everybody else was just slow. I'm like, no, I'm just getting anxious.
Yeah, I'm just anxious right now. I'm just anxious and overstimulated right now.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, I totally
I'm like,
understand
sorry,
that
guys.
feeling.
I didn't mean that. And then I come back to her room. I'm like, hey, you want some gummy bears? They say it's a teenage thing, but I feel like I was a good teenager.
I don't know. When I look back on it, I'm like, dang, I had so much fun when I was a teenager, but there was other shit that could have went better. Child, from 16 to 21, you gonna do the
I'll say
dumb
19.
shit. Me, I say
At least for me, 19.
you gonna do, say, or endure the dumbest shit you ever endured in your life,
You love
probably.
her exactly.
So between those years,
It's like your brain becomes pea size for a little bit, and then go back to normal when you turn 20.
literally peace size, like, and then you,
Like because like right because you were 17, getting ready to be 18, then you 18, like you fresh adult, so it's like you know what I mean. You're trying to get acclimated, but when you're 19,
oh
you feel
my
like you know
gosh,
what I'm saying. You feel like
man.
you know the liquor stores that gonna let you in. You know what I'm saying. You think you high, you know trying to hang out with the upperclassmen on the college campus.
When somebody 19, yeah, because people who be 19 be thinking they grown, man, they not.
To be reckless.
You thinking that you grown and that you entitled to certain
Like you
rights because you
grown, but you
grown and
free
shit.
type. Like you're trying to be free.
Yeah, like you still a teenager under
Exactly,
your
but when
parents' roof.
you're under your parents' roof, and another thing is being grown also means self-discipline.
Self
It's not just
discipline.
let me do what I want. Let me go here and do that.
Yeah, being
Oh,
distracted.
next time we do this, I'm gonna be the one to stream it so that I can connect it to my TikTok.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I just reached 4,000 followers on TikTok.
And I still
Even though
need.
most of them are there for my mom, I will still, cause my mom's a weeb, guys. So all the anime niggas are watching my mom's reactions. But me and her are gonna watch Solo Leveling soon,
Oh
so
my
that'll be
gosh.
funny. So please follow me on TikTok, Cass the live.
Um,
Tune in.
I would tell y'all my personal Instagram, but I don't know y'all like that. So follow my art page. Follow my art page, World Class Bean. It say World Class Brino on the drum, but it's really World Class Bean now. Backstory is I really don't even know what Brino means. It was just a name I came up with. So yeah. But yeah, my name Bean, and yeah, follow my art page, World Class Bean. I'll be posting more comics soon. I got a couple people dropping projects, so cover art will be coming soon. And yeah, if you interested, talk prices with me.
Stop playing with my girl, Willa.
Stop playing in my phone, y'all. And stop trying to flirt. Stop trying to like your story, flirt your way into a commission, because it don't work like that, and it never will.
There we go. Look at this. Look what I just for camera.
Yeah, it's giving ethereal. It's giving cute. It's giving Real Housewives. Like,
You get what I'm saying? Like I should have been on this vibe.
yeah. Can one of y'all also buy me a new monitor?
That's what I'm saying. Who wanna fund our podcast? Y'all don't want to support your community.
I
That's what
swear, like, I
killing me.
swear, if y'all start buying that stuff,
Okay, I'm about to snitch on Bean. So today was the economic shutdown, and this bitch bought gas. I'm snitching.
I just want to know what was the reason for that, because I'm slow at editing the video. Like,
Yeah.
this bitch is gonna snitch on me because I wasn't fast enough with editing the video. If I
Listen, I live in Canada, so I can do what I want over here. As long as I'm buying for some black-owned businesses, I feel like I'm straight.
what black-owned businesses?
I bought shea butter from an African lady.
What African lady?
I don't know her name.
Exactly. Sure did go to Exxon, and I sure did.
But we don't be having.
We
It's
don't be.
like our community needs investing. That means building, and it's not just for us; it's for the people who come after us. Like, so it's like, yeah, it might be a little wonky right now. Just send a suggestion. Like for y'all can send us suggestions, questions. We'll probably do some poll questions soon. If we can
Yeah.
get episode 2 and 3 up, then yes.
Yeah. Y'all can tell us about your situations, but I'm not, you feel me?
Yeah, you could do confessions.
You could do
Maybe
confessionals. Can you
maybe we
make
should make a Shape Out of Banter email for people to email confessions to us.
well, let me get the second video up first so I can do this.
Huh?
I said we gotta get the second video up first.
Yes. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's yeah, y'all. I can't even lie though. Don't be expecting us to know every damn thing, girl.
That's what I'm saying. It's an
If you
uphill
got
battle, y'all.
if you got kids, we can only tell you so much.
Uh-uh.
So there y'all have it. I have
There y'all have it. So please follow us on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify podcast, Shea Butter Banter.
yeah.
I'm Cass.
I'm Bean. Please,
Goodbye,
y'all.
all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of you who do support me. When I get rich, I might buy you a Birkin. It just depends how I'm feeling. But
I
you definitely gonna
might
get a
pay
little
off your
something from
student
me.
loans. I
That's
might
what I'm
though.
saying. Like you gonna get a little something. Like I really want to. The only reason I want to get rich is just to give back and be free. That's it.
Give back, be free. Um,
Like
I want
that's
to make
really
sure
it.
that nobody else has to go through the stress of life. I was gonna go to the gym, but I don't think so.
Don't let the whales of life get you down.